knife upside down, nothing is messing with my life. I try to cut, but I just end up in strife. It's got my brain twisted up like a wild beehive. Confusing contraption feels like a prank. Got me questioning my sanity, points they blank. Sharp edge where it shouldn't be, I can't bank. Every slice is a gamble like a bad gas tank. Upside down, inside out, it makes my brain melt. Trying to use it feels like I'm under a spell. Nothing else matters, it's a personal hell. This backwards knife got my stories to tell.
Hey guys, welcome back into the channel. Thank you so much for joining me as always. My name is Jim, and today we're going to be discussing a few knives from Rikeknife. And we're going to look at a couple of wildly different knives. Not only are they wildly different from one another, but they're wildly different from, well, everything else in existence. We're going to start right here with the white box, and this is the Rikeknife Forever Steel Bakutuk. And I think I'm probably mispronouncing that horribly, and I apologize to Decklinks for doing that. Decklinks, who is the designer of this knife that partnered up with Rike to create this. And I'm going to be honest with you guys here, I'm at a bit of a loss. I'm at a bit of a loss here. I don't understand the appeal to these upside down knives. I just don't get it. Now, I'm not trying to pick on this Rike in particular. I don't get the Elvia by Rick Lala either. And while you may not know that I'm a big Decklinks fan, most followers of my channel know that I am a huge fan of Rick Lala. So I'm definitely not trying to throw any kind of shade here. I just don't get the concept or the desire that people have for this type of knife. So what you're going to get from me today is a true analysis of the quality of the build. No crazy, extra, ridiculous crap that you're going to get from everybody else. The oohs and the ahs and the random sound effects that they are going to generate with their mouths, because this is not the kind of knife that wows me. But I've been doing this for over 12 years now here on YouTube. Reviewing knives isn't just about what I like. It's about informing you guys of what's available out there and if that product that's available is any good or not. Whether it's my style or not shouldn't really play into it. Obviously, when I'm sharing knives from my personal collection, sure, there are going to be knives that I have a particular strong interest in. But for the most part, a review is a review is a review, right? Okay. I am honestly afraid I'm going to slice myself open the more I play with this. So this isn't a not a completely backwards knife. It kind of looks that way and it kind of feels that way, but it's not as backwards as some others. I don't get what you guys see in these. I really, really, really don't. But there is a market for these backwards knives, so they're satisfying a need in the market. And just because I don't understand it personally doesn't mean that it's not a valid need. Ooh, okay, let me just move this out of the way here. Now I need to figure out how to install this. So it's just got a little notch cut out here and a little accordion style tension set up there. And it looks like I can just drop this into place if I squeeze this enough to get it out of the way. Are there any directions that I'm missing here? No, Rikeknife has not included anything in the box. Let's check in the zippered pouch. Nope. And no little card with a QR code on it to scan to take it to their website to demonstrate it to you. So anyway, this just merely looks like it's a wave opening feature that you can choose to install or remove on a whim. And right now I just kind of have a mechanical bond on it there because it's wedged. I'm going to take that out for a minute. And if I could figure out how to get it in before I finish editing this video, I will go ahead and install it and put it in there. Let's get to the specs. I don't know, which way do you guys want to see it? You want to see it backwards, forwards, upside down? I guess that's the best way to show it. Okay. We're looking at an overall length of 6.97 inches with a 3-inch Bowler M390 blade done in a nice, clean, bead blasted finish. And like a lot of the Rike knives, it's really more of a vapor blasted finish look. Let me go ahead and wipe this off because there was a little bit of oil on there. Okay. Still some oil on there. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Now, your handle length is 4.88 inches with a blade stock thickness of 160 thou thick. Everything is 6Al4V titanium aside from the blade. It is, well, there, yeah, it is. Wow, I didn't realize that. Okay, let's go ahead and cut over to this. It is a titanium integral frame. And I didn't expect to see that. I thought it was just a regular old frame lock. That's kind of cool, man. I got to give them credit for that. So you have a ring-style fighter, like a karambit, that's done in a full integral style, in a frame lock, with a removable wave that goes into the blade window. That's a damn cool design, man. I don't even want to think about how much time went into that. And they list the weight here, by the way, as 3.17 ounces. Now, there are a multitude of ways that you can open this. You can obviously thumb open it. I can't get the leverage on it with my finger to reverse flick it because that flipper tab kind of gets in my way. I got it to lock that time. It's just not reliable for me. So for me to use it, it's really going to be with the flipper tab. I think that's going to be the most reliable way for me. You have a nice pivot island going around the outside of the backside of the pivot. And that is going to give you your over travel protection for your titanium lock bar. Nicely done. Beautiful machining throughout. If you look at the beveling, the scalloping, the divots that are done, the decorative parts, all really, really nicely done. Your blade stops are external, which I wonder if those could be used as thumb studs. No, you really can't get your fingers on that. Nice jimping on the underside of the flipper tab. And I don't honestly know where you would benefit from jimping on the frame and the blade, because I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how you use this. I don't know how you hold it. It's just, it's bizarro world to me. Because you can't hold it like this, because it just doesn't make any sense, and your thumb isn't supposed to bend like that. And if you do this, your thumb is going to go down here onto the blade. I don't know. I don't get it. If it's only for flipping around and spinning around in your index finger to fight with, sure, I guess I get that. but I don't know. It still doesn't work well for me. My finger doesn't really fit in there. It kind of does. I don't know. The build quality is unbelievable. I think that the finish work on here is fantastic. It looks gorgeous. I will give it this, though, as a knock. That paperclip style pocket clip is not very solid. Every time I've gone to flip this, I've felt that move laterally because my finger wants to fall right there naturally to grip the frame as I flip it. And when it does that, it's pulling it this way. And I don't like that. It feels very, very cheap when it does that. But that's the only real negative I can give impartially. Yes, I'm partial in the fact that I don't get this style of knife. I don't like it. It's not me. But trying to give you an impartial view because you like it, because this is the kind of knife that you really aspire to own, I could tell you that the quality, aside from the way this pocket clip is mounted, the quality and the fit and finish are remarkable. Truly well done. All the machining, as you would expect from any Rike product, is flawless, without any tool marks anywhere. I mean, every last little thing is done to perfection. But you could see where I'm already scratching up the frame because that clip won't stay still. So I think that that's a valid concern. That's not my bias against this style of knife. That's a valid concern. I think anybody would have that same concern when you're spending $350 on a knife. You're expecting it to look a certain way, feel a certain way, perform a certain way. And when the finish work is done this beautifully, you'd like it to maintain that look for as long as possible under normal conditions. So that's how I look at that. Now let's lay that down just for a second because I want to add to the oddities here. Let's throw in this novel cicada design.
Buzzing around like she don't gotta care. With a shiny little body, she's the buzziest flare. Hey up, buzz up, in my jeans, alright. Gonna be my buddy through the day and night. She got a magic hum that'll make you dance. In the summertime jam, we got a cicada trance. She's the coolest insect that I ever seen. Lights up in my pocket like a bug-bait machine. Friends say, hey, what's that blinging sound? Just my golden cicada, she's messing around. Hey up, buzz up, in my jeans, alright. Gonna be my buddy.
Okay, here fans of cool bugs will go crazy because, well, it damn sure looks like its namesake. Let's go ahead and get this out. There's your bug, and there is your ball chain. So if you want to wear this as an item of jewelry instead of throwing it down into your pocket, you can certainly do that. Because then it would attach right there to this hole, and you could hang it from your neck. And let's see what the second one looks like. All right, so you've got the green and gold anodized mirror polished version here, which is definitely going to be your wild one. And then for a slightly understated version, you've got the black DLC with gold. Now, does this flip? That's what I want to know. sort of. No, you're not really breaking that detent with that flipper. You're going to have to kind of flip it out by releasing the button lock, or releasing the button lock and then flipping it. I cannot overcome that detent at all without doing that. Oop, put it up if you have it the right way. Oh, did I just do it or did I hit the button by accident? I hit the button by accident. Okay. So the trick is definitely going to be, you're going to want to depress the lock button to release the detent on the blade. The Cicada is, as you'd expect, shaped and decorated. That might have been a bit too far, Jim. Back the hell up. Okay. To look like the bug, and while some may only want to look at this as hokey and over the top, I choose to look at it as an interesting method of creating art with machining. Having the skills to machine knives so well that you get bored of showing off basic knife machining skills and wander off into full artistry, doing things that a mill probably shouldn't even be expected to do. I mean, look at how delicate these small, thin milled lines are. And then they're polishing just those top surfaces that create the wings, anodizing those gold, dark blasting all the rest of the titanium, how wild is that? Now, again, I'm going to fully acknowledge that this is a wild and crazy design that is not going to appeal to everybody. I get that. This is definitely intended for the collector that already has it all. This isn't the one knife that someone is going to own in EDC. This is the fun knife for that guy who has everything and they just want to carry it on occasion. Now, is that worth $250 to you? Well, only you can decide that. But the build quality and the finish work is certainly exhibiting skill and quality. No way around it. These are beautifully made and beautifully finished. And if you're somebody that's already got a whole collection of large knives, small knives, micro knives, you've got your little gadgety novelty knives, your coin claw knives, things like that, this is going to fit into that collection. And this is going to be that occasional carry. You know, maybe this is going to be, I don't know, this is going to be your church carry knife. And every weekend at church, you see your little niece. And your niece absolutely loves cicadas or bugs of any sort. And she thinks they are so cool. And you pop this out of your pocket to open up a package or something when you're around her, and she's going to lose her little mind. She's going to see that and go, oh my God, that is the most beautiful cicada I've ever seen. And then she's going to realize that it's something that you're actually using. Whether this were a car key, a key fob, or it was a garage door opener, or it was a pocket knife, she's going to look at this cool bug and go, wow, it does something. It's not just a cool little bauble that Uncle Dave has in his pocket. And I think that's kind of fun. There's something really, really, really fun about that. Let's talk about the specs on this one as well. Overall length is a crazy 4.9 inches. Get this, the blade length under 2 inches, 1.96. handle material. It is, I didn't even, again, think about it. It's another integral. That's something that Rike really loves to show off, and they find a way to sneak it in. Integrals are a big deal, and they're always, not always, they're most of the time very, very expensive. And here, Rike just goes, we're going to throw that into our tiniest little knife. We're going to make it an integral. How friggin' cool is that? I love that. I think it's so cool. Anyway, there's not much there to really talk about for specs, but those are your sizes. 4.9 inch overall and 1.96 blade. And that is an M390 blade, by the way. And the weight, 2.46 ounces. Very, 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 very lightweight, as you would expect from such a teeny tiny little knife. What I would suggest, if you're going to carry this in your pocket, get a little slip joint sheath, a little like what Jack Wolf Knives gives you with the knives that they sell. Or if you have a Chris Reeves Sebenza, or does the Umnumzon come with the slip? I don't think that they did. I think it was only the Sebenza. And throw this into a little leather slip, just so you're not getting it all scratched up and banged up and made to look ugly really quickly. Because I think this is going to be one of those fun knives that you're going to enjoy for whatever reasons you enjoy it for a good long time. Anyway, that is my look at two curious, strange offerings from Rikeknife. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much as always for being here, and I'll see you on the next video.